What is up, everybody? This is Alex from IHE and a chill one today. I realize I've been doing these updates by season, but seeing as 2025 is over, nothing's really going to change too much from this point. Thought I might as well get an update out there now and see how the list has changed, and it has changed a fair bit. Now the big Christmas movies are out there, your Avatars, your Zootopias, which came in huge, so I'm just going to go through some of these, see what thoughts come to my mind, and just see the state of the worldwide box office. I'm going to fly to the bottom and just see if anything stands out and work our way up. Still need to see Surratt, a Paw Patrol Christmas coming in clutch. Nice one. What else have we got down here? Presents, that's a good movie. What is this? Utano Prince Sama Maji Love Taboo Night XXXX. What the fuck? That's funny. I mean, it may have 12 million bucks, whatever it is. Back to the Future anniversary, The Four Rascals. Eddington, way down here. God, it bombed hard, didn't it? Yeah, I liked it a lot, but I could see why it wouldn't have that broad mass appeal. Damn, even Avatar is down here. Way of Water re-release, just chuck another 14 million on there. Sentimental value, that's great. That couldn't have cost too much, surely. Yeah, that's pretty low budget. And films like this will get a boost when we properly get into award season. I'm sure it will at least get nominated for something at the Oscars. The Life of Chuck, I still need to see. Damn, even Twilight's in here, that's funny. Strangers Chapter 2, I mentioned that in my 5 worst movies of 2025. K-pop Demon Hunters even making it on here despite being a Netflix film, that's wild. Together, that was decent. Yeah, very small budget, they'd be happy with that. Warfare didn't do too well in the end. Begonia, it's a fairly new entry. Can't remember what the budget was though. Around 45 to 55, according to Wikipedia. Again, not that surprising. It's not the most mass appeal looking thing. It's quite an odd film. I really liked it personally. You can check out my review. Okay, we're getting up there now. Revenge of the Sith even bringing in 55 million there.
66.
Didn't realize they released all the Twilights. They were doing even better than Star Wars. That's funny. Yeah, Running Man, another huge bomb, one of the bigger flops of the year, I think. Yeah, that is not good for how much they spent on that. Oh dear. Come on, Edgar. Marty Supreme at 56. I'm curious about this because it's almost got universal acclaim and hasn't even been out a month. But if memory serves, the budget is pretty high actually for this. Yeah, 65, that is extremely high, but I don't know what they're looking for to make up that. Usually it's what, 2.5 times the budget, so it's probably helpful to have prestige pieces like this that everyone is talking about and is almost definitely going to get Oscar noms, so I'm sure that will keep going up. Right, getting into the big leagues now. God, that Anaconda movie somehow didn't bomb. I feel like this is the type of movie that just sits in a space completely out of my peripheral vision. I haven't seen a single person talk about it. The trailers looked bad, but then let's look at how much money it's made. I mean, I'm sure they're happy with that. That's crazy. And what is it with these Smurf things? They just keep coming back. Never really understood the appeal of the Smurfs, if I'm being real. Oh, they like Spider-Verse the Smurfs now. We're stylized. Wait, Chris Miller, that rings a bell. Oh my god, Kowalski. Analyze. Wow. I guess just kids see it. Babies see it, and grandmas. They spend on this shit. 58 million is still crazy. There are some IPs that I guess they just can farm forever. Phone 2, SpongeBob. I kind of want to see this. Damn, its user score is really low. I thought it was reviewing decently well, but how much they spend on this shit? I still wish it was 2D animated, but whatever. 64 million, fairly modest for a big animated movie. Considering the competition it was up against, like Avatar and Marty Supreme, like that's pretty good for the old sponge. Q17, way down here. That was a huge bomb of the year. Tron Ares, another huge bomb. Quite a few bombs. What else is standing out? Predator Badlands. I didn't mention this in my review, I don't think, because I think it had the best opening for one of these Predator movies ever, but that is a high budget for its return. They're probably hoping for more of a Alien Romulus type return, so I don't know what the future of these are going to look like. If they have to reel it back or what. It was good though. Now you see me, now you don't. God, I saw that advert so many times. It looked terrible. They just look like fake movies. They look like those fake meme AI generations, but I guess everyone just goes and sees them for some reason. Everyone loves magic. 90 million bucks. Yeah, they just, every time. Why is this a franchise? Yeah, FNAF 2, of course. I don't even need to look up the budget for that. I know it was made for nothing and they've made a ridiculous amount. Probably enough to pay off the M3 gun debacle. M3 gun 2.0, sorry. What's this? 731. Don't recognize that. Set against the backdrop of the bacterial experiments conducted by the Japanese Imperial Army Unit 731 in northeast China, and reveals the crimes of Unit 731 through the turbulent fate of an ordinary individual. That sounds horrible. Damn, that's dark. Seems like something you'd have to handle with a bit of sensitivity. That rating's not giving me much confidence, though. A bad movie that exploits suffering. Shame on whoever made this movie. trash. Wow, this looks kind of interestingly bad, I gotta be honest. Huge gross though. I haven't seen anyone talk about this movie. So I guess it's also called Evil Unbound. And I guess that box office is explained by the Chinese market. That's interesting. More and more Chinese films making heaps of money. Final Destination. Sinners managed to hold strong for most of the year, which is pretty cool. Brave New World. Conjuring is just... I think I mentioned it last time, they're just always there. Detective Chinatown 1900. Another Chinese film, it looks like. As I say, more and more of these. That's 14 out of every film released in 2025. Almost as much as a Marvel movie. This is getting interesting. Wicked for Bad. Number 12. Probably won't see as much as that first part because of the bad word of mouth, the bad reviews and whatnot. An atrocious film. God, it was unbelievably bad. Check out my review if you want to see more detail. Mission Impossible kicked out of the top 10 with, interestingly, the only superhero movie being Superman. Just clinging on. Only just. Mostly because of that domestic support. What a contrast with how this used to look. If I just go back to like 2019, you got what, 1, 2, 3, as well as all the other Disney slop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's crazy. 6 of the 10 in 2018 were all superhero movies. I'll fast forward. There's one. They really spent that for all it was worth, didn't they? F1 wound up doing extremely well. Very boring, dull film though. House of Training Dragon. Number 8. Get ready for the trilogy again, I suppose. Demon Hunter remains the only one in this top 10 I haven't seen, but I just haven't got around to that. Everyone Loves Dinosaurs, of course, that's going to be the boo. Minecraft movie wound up being number 5. Just a little bit off 1 billion. Maybe a few more meme releases will be able to bump it up, for shame. For shame. In fact, I got a little bit more shame for number 4 of Lilo and Stitch. I think it was the first film. No, I'm forgetting about Nausea, that just wins everything. In America, I feel like it was the first Billy film of 2025, which is sad, considering how bad it was. And Avatar coming in number 3, making it look effortless. Every time the same thing happens, people are like, is Avatar going to be able to do it again? And I'm not sure if Avatar's... Maybe people are sick of it now. No. Everyone goes and sees it every time. I don't think it's quite as high as... The fuck was it called? Waterworld? Avatar Waterworld? Because Way of Water was like next level. That had like a post-COVID boom type thing though, from memory. And there hadn't been an Avatar movie since 2009 or whatever it was. But I'm sure Disney aren't scoffing at that. In fact, looking at this top 10, it looks like Disney are the winners here. And I thought Zootopia 2 was going to do well, but this is huge. Mostly propped up by that foreign... China, again, playing a big role. They're so important to the economics of this now. I mean, they have been for a long time. But this must be the first time that they've actually released a film that is number 1 in the world. That's an obscene amount of money. I don't really get it myself. I didn't really care about the movie, but I'm clearly in the minority. Yeah, let me just have a quick once over and see. Inside Out 2, Barbie, Way of Water, No Way Home. Yeah, these are all American. Oh no, Demon Slayer. It's not Chinese, but that's also COVID year, so it's all thrown off. Endgame, obviously. It's wild that Nausea 2 nearly made this amount, considering how much work they had to put in to make this movie pop the way it did. Yeah, Avengers again, Last Jedi. That's funny. Civil War. Yeah, wowee. Oh yeah, I forgot Transformers used to dominate, partially because of how they would placate to China in the most obvious way possible. So yeah, this might mark a certain death of that superhero trend, with 2026 being a true shit or get off the pot moment for these films, with this Avengers movie, and Spider-Man will do well. That's kind of a easy billion. Maybe. I don't actually know anymore. I like it being unpredictable and different, but let's do a quick scan of sequels and recognizable IPs. Is there a single original one? Nausea 2 sequel, Zootopia 2 sequel, Fire and Ash sequel, Lilo and Stitch, IP remake, a Minecraft movie, IP slop, Jurassic World Rebirth sequel, Demon Slayer, that's a sequel, House of Training Dragon remake, F1 the movie, you could say that's based on an already existing IP, and Superman, already existing IP. Damn, that's pretty sad. But then when was like the last original film like not based on anything? Was it Oppenheimer? I think it might be Oppenheimer. Okay, I'm kind of rambling on now, but that was interesting to go through. What stood out to you? Some really notable bombs and some obvious winners, but let me know your thoughts. I'll see you on the next vid. Bye.